name is Francis Morales, Secretary General of Panalipnan, Southern Mindanao. Panalipnan is an alliance of organizations and individuals united in the defense of our environment. Today is the 8th of June, is the 11th anniversary of the passing of the Electric Power Industry Reform Act, or Republic Act 9136. Today we are condemning the enactment of this law, and we are holding rallies and condemnations because the result or the effect of the IPIRA law for the past 11 years has been detrimental to the ordinary Filipino people and to the sources of our energy, our water systems, our water sources, our rivers. Dito sa Mindanao, ang isa sa pinaka threatened na magiging ma-privatize dahil sa IPIRA law ay ang Agus Pulangi hydropower complex natin. Sa Mindanao, medyo mas mababa ang ating singil ng kuryente dahil sa ang Agus Pulangi hydro complex ay nasa pagmay-ari pa ng gobyerno.
Hello, welcome back to Philippines Uncut. I'm your host, Buddy Cunanan, and tonight's topic is Quezon City, boon or bane. Now, that very interesting video you saw about the IPIRA law, you'll soon find out why we are tying it in with tonight's show on Quezon City. Before we go there, welcome again, Hans. Welcome, Andy, to our second segment. Let's talk about all that money being thrown around dito sa Quezon City. Ang daming ang perang umiikot at sabi nga natin, saan napupunta? And yung Quezon City, despite the fact that yung mga elected officials get 59.1% of the budget as pork barrel directly to them, bakit na squatter capital pa rin ang Quezon City ng buong bayan natin? So, Andy, I have a question. Kung ito yung sitwasyon sa Quezon City, okay, walang nangyayari, as you guys claim, walang nangyayari, squatter capital, homeless people, their places being demolished, bakit walang uproar mula sa Quezon City? Bakit, as you said, 9 years na si Belmonte dyan, si Bautista 3 years, and he'll probably be elected on election day, re-elected. Bakit walang uproar? Saan nangagaling yung galit? Kasi ako, hindi ako taga Quezon City, nagagalit ako eh.
Well, a lot of blood has been spilled already in Quezon City during the demolitions. But you see, when you're able to sanitize all this in the media, because you control the media, then the supposed uproar goes up like a puff of smoke. Yan ang nangyayari.
But all these things you're saying, you're being taxed left and right, yung mga squatter, dinidemolish yung mga bahay, ganyan. I mean, kahit na hindi mo naman mabasa sa media to, nararamdaman mo to eh. How come walang galit? I'm wondering,
when we try to organize, so you get forums, you invite the officials and they don't show up, you know, because they know that without them, walang mangyayari. Para kang you threw a party and nobody came. So, yan ang nangyayari. They just ignore you. Now, Quezon City people, probably, they are comfortable with their money being taken. And then the poor people, once you throw them into Rizal, they can't come down. It costs 30, 40 pesos just to get back into town. And then to go back to their places, it's very difficult. They'll end up sleeping in the streets. Yan ang nangyayari.
Andy?
Yung tanong na bakit parang walang nag-iingay, meron. Pero hindi nila alam kung sinong pagkakatiwalaan.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Yung una. Kasi marami na rin tumaya eh. Pero they end up what? Na-prostrate sila. Yung mga kasama kong urban poor ngayon, tumaya kay Bistek. Pero after ng election...
Thinking na he would bring some sort of change.
Kaya lang, they found out na hindi rin makagalaw si Bistek dahil yung pinaliwanagan ni
kontrolado pa rin ng dating rehimen yung mga tao.
So kaliwat kanan pa din. The mere fact na kailangan pa niya mag-raise ng sarili niyang pera just to fund his mga project na Bistek bills, So hindi nila matapos piling nila, parang helpless sila, wala silang kakayahan. Hirap na hirap silang kumilos. Mahirap na nga sila, pinahirapan pa sila. Tapos ginagamit yung kahirapan na yan para i-divide and rule sila. Yun yung talagang sitwasyon. Pangalawa, ang pinakatingin ko, ang pinaka-culprit dyan, mismo media. Okay. Kasi tumakbo ko noong 2007 eh.
Okay. Ano po yung tinakbo niyong pwesto?
Walang kalaban si Belmonte noon eh.
Fourth district also?
No,
Quezon City.
Quezon
City.
He was running for
Paano
mayor.
pa siya? Kasi nga, bakit wala lumalaban ng daming issue? Ito nga lang eh. Panay ang labas yun ng budget, wala namang approved development plan. Yun ang main issue ko eh. Hindi kayo pwedeng gumamit ng pera nang walang plano, na hindi aprobado ng konseho.
Pero sasabihin naman ni dating Mayor Belmonte, nakita mo yung mga building dito, yung mga daan, ganyan,
Pero yan,
infrastructure.
like yung mga central business districts na, mga taipans, mga developers ang nagpupondo
It's
dyan.
not
hindi
for
siya
the
done.
Quezon City people.
May question pa nga dyan Dapat yung 20% balance housing
Yes.
sa Urban Development and Housing Act. Na sinasabi doon, kung sino yung actual occupants yan, they have the right to own the 20% of the total property. So, kahit alisin mo sila dyan, meron silang 20%.
Meron pa silang 20%.
Na lilipatan nila, dapat libre na kung tutuusin.
Yes.
So, marami talagang mga batas talagang tinatakpan. At ako, sisisihin ko dyan talaga, siguro media rin
Bakit
Media rin talaga. Kasi, una, hindi articulate yung masa siguro. Kulang sa mga write-ups, etc. Alam mo naman ngayon hindi ka naman makakapasok basta-basta. Buti nga may GNN.
Hindi kasi,
Di ba?
alam mo, lahat ng sinasabi niyo na may 3 billion yung mayor, yung mga konsehal, 40 million. Ngayon ko lang naririnig to.
Ito naman hindi naman ito chismis Galing sa kanila itong dokumento.
Official documents talaga.
Yes.
Official
Hindi to
documents ito.
haka-haka.
Kahit saan tayo umabot na ito Gusto ko nga, demanda na nila ako
Para lumabas na.
Para lumabas na ito Pero lalabas ba sa dyaryo pag dinimanda ako?
Hindi.
Yun nga ang problema
Decision na lang.
Di ba? Yun nga ang problema Tapos sabi nila, ba't di ka natatakot? Baka patayin ka nila. Yun naman. Sino naman ang hindi mamamatay sa atin? At saka ba't ako matatakot? Kami yung nasa tama. Sila dapat ang matakot. Sila mali. Silang gumagastos ng pera ng bayan
Now, ito naman, sasabihin ng ating mga manonood ngayon, anong relevance na to sa atin? Parang sasabihin lang, Quezon City yan Kami naman,
What happens in the micro
taga Makati.
what happens in the micro happens in the macro.
Okay.
If you trace our steps back to 2001, when ERAP was removed, the first thing they did was they passed the EPIRA law.
Who passed the EPIRA law?
The Congress, headed by Congressman Belmonte, the Speaker of the House.
Okay.
That was the one where Congressman Magtubo came out saying that they were being given 500,000 pesos each to pass that EPIRA law. At that time, we were the ones there at the corner of Camias and EDSA with our calderos pounding, protesting against it. That was the first time.
Okay.
Now, the EPIRA promised to lower our rates,
Secure
to pay,
power, affordable power, reliable power, etc.
pay for the debts of NAPOCOR, the IPPs. 12 years later, they're still into debt. Our electricity has doubled. So for every 1,000 pesos that you're paying, 500 of that happened because of the EPIRA law. So if you're paying 1,000 pesos lang sa mga mamamayan, in the last 12 years, 72,000 na.
Ang binayad.
Nawala dahil sa EPIRA. Dapat nasa bulsa mo yon.
Now, alam mo, like many consumers, I also pay, ako rin ay nagbabayad ng ating very exorbitant.
Yes.
Correct.
It's the number one complaint about investors. That we have the highest power.
It's true. I mean, yung mga ibang mga kaibigan ko sa ibang bansa, yung nga sinasabi, pagpunta dito, ang mahal ng kuryente. Part of the problem is, ako, guilty as charged, pag dumarating yung Meralco bill sa akin, hindi ko na binabasa. Basta, ito yung bill, ito yung sum, syempre, bayar mo, otherwise, mapuputulan ka.
Yes.
Di ba? So, Andy, meron ko pang slide dyan na pwedeng pakita sa atin. Ayan, sige. Ito yung typical Meralco meter, no? Power meter.
Ayan, sige, tingnan natin,
Yes, sir.
Ayan,
So, ito yung typical bill ng Meralco.
Yung mga binabayaran natin dyan, meron tayong transmission. Yung base dito,
Okay.
ito 9.11%.
Okay.
Meron tayong systems loss. Yan yung mga
Jumper.
Jumper.
Illegal connection. Okay.
Binabayaran natin yan.
Okay.
Ito, subsidies.
Ano naman yung subsidy yan?
Hindi ko alam.
Para sa Rockwell.
Hindi ko alam kung sino.
I don't know.
Kung sino sinasubsidize nila dyan. No? Ito maganda, universal charge, yung mga alien.
Okay, universal charges.
Yung mga alien
Okay.
na umano din. Tapos ito, meron ka pang, yan, total na 16.5%. Ngayon, ang alam ko nagbabayad ng tax na ang Meralco, and yet, sumisingil pa rin sa atin ng government tax ng 9.28%.
Teka lang. So, ibig sabihin, okay, yung itong government taxes, I can see it below, ayan o.
9.28.
Alam mo, I said guilty as charged. Ngayon ko lang binibigyan pansin itong mga to. So,
laki niyan, ha?
And the last one, government taxes. Bakit po tayo nagbabayad ng government taxes na 9.28%? Tayo yung consumer. Di ba tayo nagbabayad sa Meralco? Hindi ba dapat sila yung magbayad?
Dapat yan, tanggalin din sa tax natin. Parang naging withholding tax tuloy bigla Di ba parang baliktad nga Talagang hindi ko talaga maintindihan bakit tayo kailangan magbayad ng tax sa gobyerno. Samantalang binayaran natin Meralco dun sa binili
12
natin.
years na nangyayari sa atin yan. So it hasn't worked. Period. Or are we going to allow ourselves to continue living this way? Di ba? Na half ng binabayaran natin. Plus, look at the effect. Ever since they imposed the EPIRA law, everything grew. So, for every 100 pesos you earn, ang value niyan, mas maliit. Baka 60 pesos na lang ang value ng 100 pesos. Bakit? Kasi everything grew. Kunyari, yung bottled water mo na tig 10 piso, dapat pala 6 pesos yan. So, across the board, everything you're
affects
spending...
everything because power,
it's
a
power.
cost. It's a
Yeah.
cost that goes into manufacturing, to business.
So yung sinasabi na minimum wage, in the last 12 years, kung hindi napasa yung EPIRA, baka lang, people would have been able to live within their means. Baka naka-savings pa sila, napaaral yung mga bata, nakabili ng medisina para sa may sakit, naka-down payment sa bahay. A lot of dreams were shattered because of the EPIRA law.
Single legislation.
Now, okay, let's talk about the relevance to Quezon City because, as Han said, this was passed during the term, during the tenure, the watch of then Speaker of the House.
That's one law we're
Belmonte.
looking at.
Okay.
Look at another one. Very short lang. The RH law.
Okay.
The RH law was first made a city ordinance in Quezon City, and then now it's a national bill.
Okay.
Now, this thing is nothing but another money maker. They're going to bring in all the medicine, and Quezon City is the only city in the, no, there are two cities. Subic is the only cities prepared to accept that 8 billion to benefit from the 8 billion that they're going to spend on the pills and because you cannot.
Why is that? How come Quezon City and Subic are the only two places in the country na handa? Okay, what do you mean by they're ready to accept all the?
Because they already have in place city ordinances. So it's either the city or the congressman.
Okay.
Who is the speaker. Now you wield control over all these congressmen.
Yes.
See, there are 200 plus of them, and the ones willing to purchase all this and distribute it. And then you take care of your city as well because pati konsehal pwede nang bumili. Yan ang mangyayari yan.
Itong si Andy may binubulat-lat na mga papeles. Ito yung ginagawa niya. Ako interested.
Kasi,
What's that?
buddy, as early as 2005, meron silang resolution ng Quezon City supporting the RH bill. City Ordinance, City Resolution. Si Mayor Belmonte pa to.
Galing
Si Mayor
Handang-handa yung Quezon City.
That's why they have Godfather.
Handang-handa sila. Handang-handa sila pa.
City, 2005, 2001 siya mayor eh. Second term niya, nagpasa po sila ng resolution supporting the RH bill.
Pero sasabihin naman nila, napaka-forward thinking naman na ating mga...
Tapos ito, hindi na sila nagpasa na sila ng RH Ordinance.
Nauna pa,
2008. Kasi 2010 pa sila Ang sinasabi lang naman natin dito, ang talagang founder ng Team Patay ay taga Quezon City. Hindi lang sa founder ng Team Patay, ama pa siya ng dynasty.
Right
Diba?
now,
Puro Belmonte na eh.
without the elections, there's already one Belmonte in the first district dahil walang kalaban, si Kit Belmonte. The daughter is running for election, vice mayor. And then you have countless Belmontes running for councilors.
Pero, Hans, people are going to say, okay, so what's new, Philippines? I mean, lahat naman dito, yung congressman, pag umalis, asawa papalit, anak papalit.
That's the attitude that's causing this country to go down the drain. Nobody cares. People ask, why aren't you campaigning? Look, the very fact that I filed is to show that I'm still here fighting. But I'm not gonna fight this without you guys. Yan ang sinasabi ko. Diba? Kilala nyo na ako. Pangatlong beses na namin. Kinalaban na rin niya. Kinalaban ko rin yung kaibigan niya, si Nanette Daza noon. So, but we're doing it the right way. We're not using your money. You see? So, wala kaming utang wala kaming utang sa pinag-utangan namin, yung mga nag-fund sa amin. Ang utang namin nasa tao. Yan na nga. Because we want to do good for the city. It's the most prosperous city in the country and now it controls the country. Bakit? Ang dating niyang tauhan is now whispering into the president's ear. The executive secretary. Who was also in the case we filed because 500 million yata ang inano namin doon.
I think Mr. Cho used to be his administrator.
Yes,
he was
city administrator.
Attorney
Chowa. Si Jojo.
And their what they call this, their friendship and their friends, the real estate companies that they are associated with are the ones who are benefiting probably from that 6.5. Yan ang sinasabi sa amin. Kaya dumami yung mga bangko nila.
Yes.
See? So what do we have to look for forward to the future? We're looking at Chacha now.
Yeah.
So that they can sell, they can
Invite the investors.
Into 100% na yan.
Ownership of land, sure.
Ownership of land. And whose land are they going to be selling? Di ba yung kanila? Yung sa grupo nila. Malaking pera. Well, how much is enough, Dapat people put
ang isang
down.
problema dyan, buddy, gusto nilang buksan yung economic provisions to let the foreigners own 100%.
Sabi nila, it'll make us more competitive.
Correct.
it'll
And,
bring people in.
investment, mas kami, etc. Ang tanong namin ni Hans, naalala namin kasi, nagpautang tayong $1 billion sa Greece. At meron tayong nakapark na around $80 billion sa
Central Bank,
sa special deposit accounts. Ba't di natin gamitin yan?
Why don't we develop this country?
Ano yan pinag-uusapan ng
We
mga
don't
senador?
need the foreigners. We have the money. We're bailing out countries like
Yan
Greece.
talaga din namin mind.
Why don't we look for our own oil? Why don't we put up our own power plants? We don't need anyone. We have the money behind us.
Yes. But gentlemen, I mean, clearly there's really a lot of issues, and some of these issues are national in scope. But let's go back to Quezon City.
Yeah.
How will change in Quezon City change all of these things, address all of these grievances that you gentlemen are bringing up?
Kami ngayon, ang pinag-uusapan na namin yung post-election. Kasi it's in the law that after election, within 60 days, the local special bodies must be reconstituted. What is local special bodies? What are the local special bodies? One of the most important local special bodies ay yung tinatawag nating Local Development Council, where 25% of the fully constituted body represents the people through their respective organization. The mandate of that body is, number one, to formulate a comprehensive multisectoral development plan.
Okay.
The plan that came from the respective barangay development plan, prepared by the barangay and the people themselves. That's one.
Para responsive to the needs.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, after preparing the local development plan by the Local Development Council, it has to be submitted to the local council for approval.
Okay.
Then the council will, conduct public hearing, And then, after approving it, forward it to the mayor for budgeting.
Okay.
Then,
execution na.
back to the council to see to it that they funded the program that they approved.
Okay.
And then after they approve it, then back to the executive
For
department for implementation.
implementation.
That's supposedly the process.
Okay.
Hindi pa nahinto doon. The people must, in the implementation process, they have to monitor it to ensure that the specifications of the projects are all implemented.
Sure.
So that should be the process.
Dapat.
They're not doing it eh.
Yeah.
Kaya hindi natin alam. Bagong semento pa lang, binabakbak na yung kabila.
Ganun ang
Nakakita ka ng ganun,
Yes.
buddy?
I mean,
Di ba?
dito sa Pilipinas.
At mainit pare. This is personal already.
Okay.
Tanong mo sa kanya, there's a councilor lives in our street sa New Manila. Yung kalye namin, kung saan ang bahay ko, yung kabilang kalye, sementado, bagong asfalto. Yung kabila, bagong asfalto. Sa amin talaga, pare, hindi inaayos. Pinapatsi-patsi.
Magdusa ka dyan.
It's taken personally already. Because we're talking the truth. Now, he's talking about Quezon City, I'm talking about the nation. It's about time we stop, we recall first, we review, and then we refund.
Alam mo, yung sad dito is because, this administration, President Aquino's mantra has been daang matawid.
Yes.
Maganda yun eh. Maganda yung straight path. Ako, sang-ayon 100%, 200%, sang-ayon ako sa daang matawid. Bakit yung ibang allies niya, bakit parang dito mismo sa kapital natin, I mean, in Metro Manila, in the former capital Metro Manila, Quezon City, parang mukhang, according to what you guys are saying, mukhang hindi nasusunod itong daang matuwid.
Nobody's taking things seriously anymore. I mean, I was just telling Andy, even the endorsers are just endorsing for the case of money. I told him, this guy, Ding Dong Dantes, comes out heavily on television holding the congressman of Buhay,
Pro-life.
Pro-life. Pare, believe ako sa'yo. Sabi niya ganon. Tapos next thing,
Dantes,
he's talking to Risa. Si Risa, okay, ganon siya. Well, I mean, this should set us all on. This issue divided the country months ago, hindi ba? Divided. And here is this guy, si Guapo, he uses his influence na sa pro-life
movement. Doon naman siya sa
baka
kabila.
tatakbo yan yan ang inisip ko. Pero that's a bad reflection of the society right now. When the guy who's supposed to be endorsing, you're looking at him because he's a successful actor, guwapo naman siya, kabataan, and then all of a sudden, wala siyang prinsipyo. Pera-pera na lang lahat ito. Di ba?
Baka naman volunteer lang.
Ha?
Baka volunteer.
Maski na eh.
Baka
conviction kung hindi siya binayaran ng talent fee. Conviction. Yan ang conviction. Mas mabigat pala.
Pro bono. Pro bono pala siya.
But it's a bad. People don't care anymore. I mean, we shouldn't be doing these things anymore. We've been fighting for the last, 15 years. And it's just that we're hoping that the people will come and help this time.
Ito si Andy,
help themselves.
I have a question to ask you. Itong election, meron nga tayong 3 baso dito. May Team Pinoy, may Una, tapos may this guy. yung kay JC, itong kapatiran,
Kapatiran,
di ba? Kay JC to, di ba? De Los Reyes. Okay. So I have a question, and you're very in touch with the urban poor. Are you optimistic? Itong election ba natin, ay optimistic kayo na magkakaroon ng change ngayon?
Hindi.
Ang lungkot naman.
Kasi wala namang nabago sa sistema eh. Gastos din, imagine mo lang, bawal yung magdikit kung saan-saan, nandiyan pa rin. Magkano yan? Magkano yung airtime? Mahal ang nagiging election. So paano babawiin yan? Sa pondo uli ng bayan. So paano magkakaroon ng pagbabago?
Hindi, pero kayo like now, okay?
Diba?
Nakasuot kayong dilaw. Alam mo, tuwing nakakita ko ng dilaw, naalala ko si President
Siya lang
Pinoy.
nakadilaw. Ako nakaputi.
Hindi, naalala ko si
Pro-life ako.
President Pinoy, yung Dang Matuwid eh. So parang, how do you reconcile that na yung ating presidente, who's supposed to be the leader of the nation, siya may force talaga, may moral force siya.
Correct.
Very popular. How can you reconcile that Dang Matuwid is not somehow not being actually carried out on the ground where it counts?
At the moment, we can't. That's why we're voicing, we're bringing this out. Start from where all the shit comes from. It's Quezon City.
I mean, unfortunately, we can bleep that, but...
It's Quezon
Yeah, yeah.
City. Diyan
Yeah.
talaga nanggagaling.
Yeah.
At this time.
No, but
See?
how can change in Quezon City
Okay.
start as a nucleus to change that?
Alright. Meron tayong eksperimentong ginawa.
Okay.
We started with the sector, which is the urban poor.
Okay.
We call it sectoral primaries. Tayo boboto, dapat tayo pipili ng kandidato. Hindi yung darating nila bigla, ako ang inyong hero. Hindi ganon. Yung butante dapat manggaling sa tao. We call it primary system. Wala, sa US, alam nyo na yan.
Primaries,
eh.
of
Primaries.
course,
Ito
of
naman,
course.
dahil wala, sectoral. And then, mag-extend kami niya sa barangay election. We're preparing now the ground for this process we call people's primaries. But before calling for a people's primaries, we have to first know what really is the situation of our barangay at anong dapat natin gawin, then agree on that. Then based on the agreement, ito yung ating plano, etc. Sino yung pwede mag-implement? Then we go to the second step. We call it people's primaries. Then, bago mag-election, buo na. Hopefully, wala nang kampanyahan, buo na.
But I mean, it sounds like a great plan, and I'm
Yeah.
with it 100%. Again, 100% supported. Pero when it comes to realistically applying this sa ating bansa, pwede ba to realistically?
Well, you have to start somewhere.
I guess,
Diba?
yeah.
Una, number one, huwag ka mawala ng pag-asa.
Sure.
Dahil...
Jay din na kasi kami ni Hans. Kaya
Yeah.
nakikita yung mukha niya,
Well,
Jay din na
wala
kami.
kayong sa akin. Una, tanong kasi dyan, ba't mo ginagawa yan? Hindi na to para sa akin kung ginagawa ko to. Mayaman na ako kung gusto ko lang, pero ganyang yaman ba gusto ko?
Hindi mo
Diba?
madadala yun eh. Oh.
Correct. Oh, kaya nga ako hindi naman ako. Wala naman yan eh, di ba? So pero kapag ito ba isa body, pag mayroong kanya-kanyang calling ika nga eh. Pag may pinapagawa sa iyo, wag mong tanggihan kasi pag tinanggihan mo, hindi ka mapapalagay sa sarili mo.
Yeah.
Kalaban mo mismo sarili mo. Ito masaya naman ako sa ginagawa ko eh. Nabibless naman yung mga tao. At tingin ko, kahit anong dilim ng paligid at merong isang liwanag na nagtsatsagang mabuhay, yan ang unang makikita at yun ang unang pag-asa.
Talagang kinikilibutan ako sa inyo.
Kumbaga,
Talagang
Buddy,
very
yung-
inspiring to
Hindi,
see
hindi,
Ann
yung-
talaga.
We work together for a
Yung
long
dilim
time.
kasi, kita mo yung dilim, pero kapag nilagyan mo ng liwanag yan, pero yung dilim, hindi niya kayang lagyan ng dilim yung liwanag.
Yung
Pero yung liwanag, kaya mong lagyan ng, yung dilim, kaya mong lagyan ng liwanag.
Guys, we have about 1 minute before we have to end the show, unfortunately, but we're going to have you guys again for sure. Last words, Hans, quickly.
Yeah, now that people know the reality, because it takes people like us to bring it out. You're not living in a dream anymore. So, you've got to be more involved in what goes on in government. Hindi lang basta dahil kaibigan. Some of your friends are affecting other people. Because I'm talking to a lot of my friends about this. They ask me why I wasn't campaigning. They already know me. It's just to get the message across about what's going on in society right now. So, hopefully, we're telling you it's happening in Quezon City. If there's a big issue, talk to your friends in Quezon City. Diyan pala nag-uumpisa yan. Help, campaign with us, because we want to change. Let's stop it first and then let's review. Let's see what's going on. And then, pag naayos na natin, baka may refunds pa tayo. Malaki yan. Malaki yan.
Andy, quickly.
Sa akin lang, tapos na yung May 13 sa akin. Ang pag-usapan natin pagkatapos ng eleksyon, anong gagawin natin, meron pa ho. Tayo ay may say kung saan mapupunta yung pera ng bayan. Kasali tayo sa pagbubuo ng unang pag-identify anong problema talaga, magpaplano tayo based sa problema, at tayo mismo magpapatupad niyan. Yan ang mandato ng batas, lalo't sa local government unit. Huwag nating pabayaan na after election maghiwa-hiwalay tayo. Hindi. Nag-uumpisa pa lang po yung trabaho natin. Yung mga sinabi nila sa entablado, singilin natin. At may proseso po yan. Yung tinatawag nating Local Development Council at iba pang special bodies. At sa mga lola, nako, suggestion ko po sa mga lola, sumali tayo sa PTA dahil isang araw, pag na-lift na po yung TRO ng RH, ituturo na po yung Kikay Kit na inisponsoran ng USAID. Tuturo na lahat sa mga batang maliliit na pwede ng lahat. Nakakalungkot, buddy. Ba't mo expose sa ganyan yung mga bata ngayon? Yan yung resulta ng RH bill na hindi ho natin nabantayan ng tama. At ang utak po niyan, ang founder ng Team Patay, nasa Quezon City, walang iba si Congressman Belmonte yan.
Yes, sir.
Kaya mag-iingat tayo mga kapatid.
Anyway, gentlemen, maraming salamat sa pagdalaw dito sa aming Philippines Uncut, and good luck na lang sa atin lahat. And we will have you, as I mentioned, we will deal with the EPIRA law again.
Yeah.
And I understand meron tayong guest na dadalhin na, na magpo-provide ng magandang solusyon to our energy needs. Ha?
Organic energy saving device.
Organic energy saving device. Subaybayan niyo po yun. So, I hope you learned a lot about Quezon City this evening, and also about the EPIRA law. Join us again next week here in the show, where we talk about what matters to you guys, because you guys matter the most. See you next week. Bakit, as you said, 9 years na si Belmonte dyan, si Bautista 3 years, and he'll probably be elected on election day, re-elected. Bakit walang uproar? Saan nangagaling yung galit? Kasi ako, hindi ako taga Quezon City, nagagalit ako eh.
Well, a lot of blood has been spilled already in Quezon City during the demolitions. But you see, when you're able to sanitize all this in the media, because you control the media, then the supposed uproar goes up like a puff of smoke. Yan ang nangyayari.
But all these things you're saying, you're being taxed left and right, yung mga squatter, dinidemolish yung mga bahay, ganyan. I mean, kahit na hindi mo naman mabasa sa media to, nararamdaman mo to eh. How come walang galit? I'm wondering,
well,
walang, asan yung
when we try to organize, you get forums, you invite the officials, and they don't show up, because they know that without them, there's walang mangyayari. Para kang you threw a party and nobody came. So, yan ang nangyayari. They just ignore you. Now, Quezon City people, probably, they are comfortable with their money being taken. And then the poor people...
Dahil sa ang Agos Pulangi Hydro Complex ay nasa pagmay-ari pa ng gobyerno.
Hello, welcome back to Philippines Uncut. I'm your host, Buddy Cunanan, and tonight's topic is Quezon City, boon or bane. Now, that very interesting video you saw about the EPIRA law, you'll soon find out why we are tying it in with tonight's show on Quezon City. Before we go there, welcome again, Hans. Welcome, Andy, to our second segment. Let's talk about all that money being thrown around dito sa Quezon City. Ang daming ang pera umiikot, at sabi nga natin, saan napupunta? And yung Quezon City, despite the fact that yung mga elected officials get 59.1% of the budget as pork barrel directly to them, bakit na squatter capital pa rin ang Quezon City ng buong bayan natin? So, Andy, I have a question. Kung ito yung sitwasyon sa Quezon City, okay, walang nangyayari, as you guys claim, walang nangyayari, squatter capital, homeless people, their places being demolished, bakit walang uproar mula sa Quezon City? Bakit?
Maurer, Secretary General of Panalipnan, Southern Mindanao. Panalipnan is an alliance of organizations and individuals united in the defense of our environment. Today is the 8th of June, is the 11th anniversary of the passing of the Electric Power Industry Reform Act, or Republic Act 9136. Today we are condemning the enactment of this law, and we are holding rallies and condemnations because the result or the effect of the EPIRA law for the past 11 years has been detrimental to the ordinary Filipino people and to the sources of our energy, our water systems, our water sources, our rivers. Dito sa Mindanao, ang isa sa threatened na magiging ma-privatize dahil sa IPIRA law ay ang Agos Pulangi Hydropower Complex natin. Sa Mindanao, medyo mas mababa ang ating singil ng kuryente.
People, once you throw them into Rizal, they can't come down. It costs 30, 40 pesos just to get back into town, and then to go back to their places. It's very difficult. They'll end up sleeping in the streets. Yan ang nangyayari.
Andy.
Yung tanong na bakit parang walang nag-iingay, meron. Pero hindi nila alam kung sinong pagkakatiwalaan.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Yung una. Kasi marami na rin tumaya eh. Pero they end up what? Na-prostrate sila. Yung mga kasama kong urban poor ngayon, tumaya kay Bistek. Pero after ng election...
Thinking na he would bring some sort of change.
Kaya lang, they found out na hindi rin makagalaw si Bistek dahil yung pinaliwanagan ni
kontrolado pa rin ng dating rehimen yung mga tao.
So kaliwat kanan pa din. The mere fact na kailangan pa niya mag-raise ng sarili niyang pera just to fund his mga project na Bistek bills. So hindi nila matapos piling nila, parang helpless sila, wala silang kakayahan. Hirap na hirap silang kumilos. Mahirap na nga sila, pinahirapan pa sila. Tapos ginagamit yung